Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your old pal CHH, and today I want to have a talk with you guys about Umbrella Entertainment, a company that I've never really dedicated a video just kind of talking about. I've got a new title I want to go over with you guys that I just got. We'll go over this in just a second, but I really think that, you know, I don't know if this video has come out already because I literally filmed so much stuff at once, and if you're a patron, you get to see all this stuff way earlier, but we are in the golden era. I feel like I've been almost talking the opposite of like this in the past a little bit. Like, oh, like the real golden era was like Scream Factory in like 2012, 13, 14, 15. In a way, right? That was golden. We are truly in the golden era right now because the competition is so fierce that it is damn near impossible to keep up with all these companies right now and trying to figure out where you want to spend your money, quite frankly. And 2024 is really up in the air when it comes to who's actually having the best releases and the best catalog this year. And Umbrella has to be a contender right now. Technically, this release was announced last year, but it came out this year. And I just got to re-talk about this for a second. The Super Mario Brothers set is probably one of the most incredible sets I think I own. Now listen, I understand this is a crazy whack-ass movie, right? It is. But when it comes to materials and things like that, what was so amazing is this book that the release came with had literally information about every drop of the making of this movie in terms of behind-the-scenes photos and things like that. But what was really cool is how they went into everything about this. Look at this. They go into the toy line that came out during the promotion of the movie. They went into everything. Every poster that was made for the movie, the merchandising, licensing, and stuff like this. It was really great. And there are multiple people involved in this. This book was definitely a labor of love from the people that made this film. And when it comes to Super Mario Bros., it's interesting, right? Because the 93 movie, again, the pictures in this are just jaw-dropping, the stuff that they did. But what kills me about this is when it comes to Super Mario Bros., there's something very weird about the licensing with this movie. It's not like it's impossible to get this movie in America, but when it comes to Blu-ray, I don't even know that it has an actual American Blu-ray. I feel like this movie is kind of treated like a stepchild. Especially now because of there's new Mario Brothers movies that are out now, and that movie makes a lot more sense. This movie is literally drug-fueled acid nightmare, a nightmarish experience, and I love it, especially when you see these guys, the Goombas on the back. I mean, these things, when I was a kid, these absolutely haunted my dreams. So this release, I felt like it was Umbrella making an absolute statement in the physical media world. And I love this release so much. Truly a fascinating release. Really kind of like stepped up the game when it comes to what defines a special edition, which could actually become an issue. I understand that because like the standard for what can be considered like a special edition or who puts out the best releases is getting bigger and bigger. But what Umbrella's doing is so unique, and I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that they have coming that I've ordered from them. A release I got last year, which might have been one of my first kind of collector's edition experiences with Umbrella, was this. This was the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey release, which was actually gifted to me from a dear friend. Thank you. You know who you are. When I got this, I was like, this is what's so unique about this is the fact that Umbrella does, and it's not just Umbrella. You'll notice other companies, they will give certain treatments to movies that in America are kind of just pushed out. Second Sight does the same thing. They are really navigating a field that in America, they're not really tapping into that. I think they underestimate the popularity of some of these titles. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, love it, hate it. It caused a huge stir, and it's got a big fan base and a big number of people that are against it. But they did such a good job with this. They made this cool booklet that is basically like an illustration of the movie. There's cool art cards, and it's just a really nice release. And the presentation of the release is funny because at very first glance, it just looks like a kid's book. So that's an experience I've had with Umbrella, which I think is great. Two of the things that I've ordered that I'm so excited for is first, this one's coming later this year, which is the Hell House LLC box set. And it just looks like a really great collection. I'm very, very excited for this. I'm a really big fan of those movies. I felt like I'm a cool kid a little bit, right? Because I remember seeing Hell House well before it kind of trickled onto Shudder and people started seeing it. But in actuality, I never want to be like a gatekeeper type. Like I was saying to myself, this movie needs to be huge. This movie's scary. Now it's a franchise. Hell House Origins is one of the greatest found footage horror movies in the world to me now. But I'm so excited for that release. Now, the thing that does suck a little bit is we just saw that they're actually announcing that there's a new one now, so that's not a complete collection. But I can't blame Umbrella for that. How are they supposed to know? They licensed the movies that were already made. Another release that's coming that I literally can't wait for is the Late Night with the Devil release, where they're truly doing something that I think is about to catch on. We're just seeing how popular the Terrifier 2 VHS was. Umbrella is putting out this completely over-the-top deluxe edition of Late Night with the Devil, which is my second favorite horror movie of the year right now, with a VHS included in it, which I just think is really cool. And in here, I actually watch VHSs and play video games, so it's going to be fun to throw that on the VHS tape. So they are really tapping into such a great area right now with the style of releases they're doing. And I think the people that made Mark with the Devil were highly involved with Umbrella's release. So I wanted to try to get something a little bit more standard from Umbrella so I can kind of see what their quality is like when it's stuff that's not super, super high price. So I actually just picked this up. I picked this up. I ordered this a while ago, and there's still some available left of this one. It's a limited release, but the Super Bundle was sold out. But I purposely didn't get the Super Bundle. I'm talking about Masters of the Universe from Umbrella, and I wanted to talk briefly about this release because I think this is also something that's going on with physical media today that, let's face it, it's important to a lot of collectors. It's not my number one. My thing is always special features. I think that's really what I love is special features. My biggest thing is when I watch a movie and I buy a movie that I'm interested in or I liked, I want to be able to learn everything about the movie in terms of what the special features offers. I don't want to go on Wikipedia. I don't want to go on YouTube. I want to be able to watch the movie and watch everything. I can learn everything about it from the movie. With this release, I enjoyed it. So this is the standard, well, I say standard. This is not the big bundle release of Masters of the Universe, but the thing today is how slipcovers have changed. Slipcovers have definitely changed from the days of just being thin little plastic sleeves that, you know, people used to throw away. I used to throw slipcovers away back in the day. And I was really impressed with this when I got it. The Masters of the Universe slip is really nice. It's all embossed, the entire thing. And what I love about this release is Umbrella did not do the anything American poster art related for this movie, which is terrible. The American poster is just kind of like blue with Dolph in the middle. I love the ones where you get to see Frank Langella's Skeletor on there and everything. So the slipcover game is nice. It's a sturdier slipcover, which is definitely changing, and the quality of these things are improving big time. And I think it's also more standard. Here's the back. Only Universe could hold hold an adventure this big. And here's what the case is like. The thing I like about the cases from Umbrella is they are very much similar to Arrow. They are basically PlayStation 3 cases. I've said this before. If you ever have a case, let's say you order something like this and it comes a little bit damaged, the case, go to a used video game store and just buy like a $2 or $3.99 move video game from PlayStation 3. It's the same exact case. Clear cases, same exact thickness. PlayStation 3 uses the same thing. And with this release, what's good is like on the inside, my disc is in the player right now. On the inside, you know, you got the PG thing, and a lot of people I've noticed, sometimes things aren't a problem for me until my friends start talking about it. And they're like, oh, I hate that they got the rating thing on there. They let you flip it on here, so it's the same art without any of that. And again, they use the best poster for this movie on here. So I was enjoying this release. Now, here's the beauty of this. This is really why I wanted to talk about Umbrella as a company and not just this release. This is from Australia. Australia is Region B. Australia is not Region A. That's playing in here. If you know me, you know I have one player in here, a PlayStation 4. Don't believe me? Let's go look. So guys, check this out. I'm gonna let you see right here. Only player I have in here is a PS4. Watching this Umbrella release on my PlayStation 4. Look at that. The movie looks great. So cool. Umbrella is killing it this year, guys. So the fact that they made this region free, even though it's marketed as Region A, is also something that I'm really excited, because these companies, they don't do this on accident, right? They don't do this on accident. I've been screaming about this for a while now. All these companies now, Umbrella, Second Sight, they are fighting, and even Arrow still till this day, because they are really bigger in you know, overseas compared to America. They are fighting for everyone's dollar. They know that the boundaries with 4K being a region-free format and things like that, they know that that is open the doors for everybody to be like, okay, who's just going to have the best release, or who's going to put out a movie that is, you know, lacking in terms of like a collector's style right now that we could get out there because we know we could sell it. They made this region A on purpose, or region free on purpose. It's not marketed as region free. They can't market it as region free because they license the movie in the region that it's for, but it's completely region free. I'm playing that on my PlayStation 4, so I thought that was really awesome. In terms of this release, though, I want to say, like, the special features on this release was good. I don't know if the DVD of Electric Boogaloo actually had this on there. It may not, and if it doesn't, then that's actually a benefit with this release. But there's basically cast interviews with Dolph, the writer, and a few other people, the co-writer as well, and the special effects supervisor, and there was a number of people. Extended interviews that were done from the Electric Boogaloo documentary, which came out in 2014. It took me like an hour to watch this, the special features and everything. So Dolph was on here, the writer, the co-writer, the special effects supervisor, all talking about the production, the making of. Dolph went into great detail about meeting Menahem Golan, the guy who ran Canon Pictures. So it's not anything that had new special features, but I still appreciate that they did this because I don't remember what was the special features on the Electric Boogaloo documentary about Canon. So I got to experience something new and learn something new from this release. Just a good release. Like, even getting something that would be considered more like of a standard collector's edition release from Umbrella as opposed to that chunky box, this is still great. Like, I'm so happy with this, and I don't need to buy this movie ever again. This movie looked great on Blu-ray. I don't know if this is scanned like a 2K scan or anything. It doesn't market it as such. I didn't see anything on the website, but it looks perfect for Masters of the Universe. It's crisp, it's clear. The movie looks very expensive. It was an overly priced movie. It really killed Canon Films. They needed this to be a huge success, and it wasn't. And I think the reason for that was, you know, He-Man was really more popular in the early 80s, so by the time this came out in 87, 88, I think the fandom had worn off a little bit. But still, it's one of the biggest Canon Pictures today, and as an adult, it's a hysterical movie, I should say that. But I love Frank Langella as Skeletor. His makeup is interesting. I think that he wanted to, it's a latex-style mask. It's a very highly done latex one, so I think it's a certain style mask because he had some kind of phobia, or he didn't want to wear anything else like on his face, so they worked with him and gave him that kind of look you see right there. I love it, though. As a kid, it scared the crap out of me. Now I just love it because being a mask collector somewhat and getting into stuff like that makes it just more fun and interesting. I just wanted to talk about this release a little bit. I think it's a good release. You can still get this right now. You can go to, I think, Orbitz or Diabolics and pick this up, or you get it directly from Umbrella. Just a solid release. So I wanted to get this way on purpose. I could have gotten the bigger one, but I wanted to just get something a little bit more standard to see what it's like quality-wise when it comes to the pricing of these releases. And I am an Umbrella fan, man. I cannot wait to see those new releases coming out that I have pre-ordered, and I'm gonna definitely talk about those and show those releases off. But Umbrella is absolutely a contender, and so far in terms of like what's the best physical media release of the year, considering I got this in January of this year, Mario Brothers is still probably it. I don't know that I'll have anything beat this, but there's some competition, and the competition that I'm referencing is actually more Umbrella releases. So this is such a great time to be a physical media fan, guys. I implore you, if you are a fan of Canon Films, and especially Dolph Lundgren and stuff like that, this Umbrella release is feels a lot more good in the hands than the American little Blu-ray that is available. And I don't even know if that has a drop of special features at all. So the presentation and the appeal of this one, all the artwork is just great. They used all the artwork that I adore for this movie. So there it is, guys. Just a huge fan of Umbrella now. I'm digging what they're doing. What is your favorite releases from Umbrella? And if you have some that I don't own that you think are really great releases, please let me know down below, because I want to get more stuff from Umbrella. I'm just big fan. Winnie the Pooh 2, I know I've pre-ordered that, so that's coming to me. So I can't wait to do a review on that. But thank you guys for watching. This is your old pal CHH saying Umbrella may take 2024. The competition is fierce. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.